What's up, guys? Here with another video. And in this video I'll be telling you like why am I not running faster, why I always run slower, and why am I struggling running, right? Now I've been running for for like at least several years, and I'm getting experience about running. I went on YouTube, I read the articles, and I know like how to get faster in running, even though it is super hard to gain speed, right? I mean, this is another running video, and if people like this video, then that makes mean this video was very helpful, very useful, and the experience that I'm saying in this video is actually very valid and correct, right? Yeah, notice that for the past few years, especially toward the end of 2020, I'm starting to struggle in running, and I don't know like what caused it. I run very frequently and get enough practice. Like, why am I still running slower? It's because, man, because there's a reason, right? You have to train correctly. If you don't do things correctly and you keep making the same mistake over and over again, then you're never going to succeed. And that is common sense, right? I mean, common sense saying that if you start let me go over this in terms of common sense and just in general. So if you want to start like getting at your goals right now or working towards your goal, you have to start now, because everything takes a lot of times to make improvement and all stuff. It takes lots of hard work, time, effort. You cannot get there all in one night. It might take months, weeks, years, or even many years, right? So that's in general. And yeah, so I start running really hard, starting in 2018 is where I start running for full speed. I've been doing that for like almost 3 years now, and I've been noticing like what common mistake that I always make. That caused me to run much slower time, much sluggish time, even though I eat healthy, sleep well, getting right amount of nutritions, and I practice frequently. The one biggest mistake that I make during my running is that I overtrain myself. What do you mean you overtrain? You have to explain thoroughly. You can look on internet, but let's see if I can jot down the correct information of overtraining. So when you overtrain running, that means you always go all out, right? That means you run as hard as you can all the time, just to get faster and all stuff. It does not work. It does not work, man. I've been doing that for the past few years, and that's the reason why I don't run faster. When you overtrain, you burn your body. You overwork your body. You make it work so hard, and the next day or next race you want to run, and you think you'll get faster, but let's say that you want to run at this speed or run at your max effort all out, and your body said no, man. You make me work so hard, so I'm gonna have to cut down my performance or decrease the speed, right? This is exactly what happened to me, right? Not just past few years, but even happened to me in high school, right? I mean, let me share 2 reasons why I got much slower in 2014 compared to 2012. So in 2012, I was very young, and I was super active. I always run around a lot. And starting in 2012, my mile time was like 6:50, and then it got down to like 6:04, 6:03. That's because I run a lot, right? Without overtraining myself, right? Yeah, because if you don't overtrain, that means you're building up your endurance, you're giving your body enough time to recover and all stuff. In 2013 and 2014, I started playing more video games than actually running. So and I don't run that much. I only run on like weekends and pretty much every weekday. I only run like half mile to 1 miles, back in high school, or run a little bit over a mile, and that's still enough not practice, and wonder why, I'm not gaining speed, right? It's it's not. So two reasons why I'm not successful runner in when I was in high school. That's why I always get like a 6 minute mile. First of all, not enough practice, and second of all, going out too hard, right? So let me give you, this is the big example, like why I don't run well, in high school. This is a big example. Let's say that I went to Irvington High School. They make you run the boom. If you don't know what boom is, that's in Irvington, right? If Irvington students watch this, they know what boom is. The ninth grade boom is 1.25 miles, and the sophomore boom is 1.5 miles, 1.5, right? And when I go out, I usually get like 7 minutes for like freshman and like 9 minutes for like my sophomore, right? I mean, when I run the booms or run, track, during PE or in high school, I always beat like everybody. I always beat like, and only like one or two people, beat me, right? And when it comes to like race day or boom time or boom challenge, then I start losing to like several people, and I was like wondering like, why, like suddenly a lot of people are passing me, and running. Obviously, because they practice more and they conserve their energy, right? I mean, even PE, like not a lot of people are trying, to go all out. They don't want to use all their energy because because they know that overtraining is bad. And I didn't know the difference between, going all out, overtraining, and conserving my energy back in high school, right? I'm still doing the same mistake over and over again, and I failed to realize it, and I just want to rush to get faster and faster to know my speed, for my certain speed, and suddenly my body just broke down and suddenly slowed down. So let me tell you like my PR, for my ninth grade boom and my sophomore boom back in high school. So my PR was like 7:20 for the ninth grade, which is like under a 6 minutes pace, and for the sophomore I get like around like 9:10, 9:11. And suddenly my worst time got like 10 minutes. Yeah, because I probably don't have enough practice. And like I said, I overtrain. And that's why my body forced me to slow down, right? And also plus I gain a little bit weight. But I think that weight has like a little bit factor, but not too much of a factor, into my running. So here's what happened in 2018. So I'm repeating the same thing over and over again, and good thing I realized it and I have to stop. And this is why I want to share this video. Do not copy what I do in the past, right? When it comes to running, because like I said, if you want to be running like me or if you want to be faster than me, don't copy what you did in the past. Don't not overtrain. Do not go all out. Do not burn your body. Do not do like crazy, running speed. No, man. Don't do that, man. Don't like run all out, Yeah, in running, right? So in 2018, like I just want to run fast, for a certain distance, right? And then starting in, so around October is when I get so hard for running, right? I start running like 7 minute, 20 minute mile pace is 7:40, minute mile pace for 15 to 20 miles, right? And then, like 1 month later, my body's totally burned out and I don't run fast anymore. So I run 15 miles again, going all out, and I run for like almost 2 hours, like very close to 2 hours, which is an 8 minute pace, for 15 miles. Because I know before I ran 15 miles, at under a 7:20 pace. So you see a huge difference. This is the result of what happened when you overtrain yourself and when you go all out, right? Overtraining is bad, and I'm not explaining enough like why overtraining is bad. You're not giving full definition. Okay, here's the full definition. Overtraining is bad because you're not giving when you overtrain, that means your body burned down. You're not giving your body enough recovery time. When you put a lot of damage in your body, then that means it won't recover enough, and that's why it starts breaking down your tissues, your organism, your muscle cells, and start breaking down your body, right? I mean, if you I mean, you have to run, to more to get fast, but you just have to run, at a much slower pace. Comparing, to your current speed, right? And then, it takes like 6 months to like possibly a year, just to gain, back my speed again. And I'm got a feeling like this might take a long time, right? So once you burn out, like, do you have to build that speed again? Unfortunately, yes. It's gonna take a lot of your time, and that's what happened to me. I'm repeating the same process over and over again. And then in 2020, same thing like 2018. Like 2020 seems like a ridiculous, crazy year, and I just want to go all out for running. I remember one time I ran, 15 miles, under, 100 minutes, and then I tried to break, 140, for 20 miles, and I got super close, and I tried to run harder again and again, and my body will not let me. He said, that's it, I quit, man. Like, you put too much stress on me, right? Yes. When you put stress on your body, it will not perform at its best anymore. And you're going to have to wait for 1 or 2 years, or maybe it will never happen again. And I just want to, post this video. I know that this video may not get lots of attention, but I'm posting this for my good sake, man. Right? Yes, you need to talk about your mistake and share on YouTube once in a while, so that way, you don't ever repeat it again. And whenever I'm bored, and whatever mistake I make, and I can just look down, see what mistake I make, and know I did wrong, and just listen to it over and over again. And that way you just avoid it, in the future, right? I mean, it's good future for me, but if people dislike this video, then I don't know what else to say. But I'm doing this for my good future, and if this video help, and if you like this video, that means it help your future too, whether you're a runner or not, right? Yeah, so I just gained, more experience. So how do you get faster, if you don't want to run hard, all the time? So in terms of definition, I think you can go all out or do a mile trials, like once in a while, just to see like where's your fitness is, your mile fitness is. I mean, that's what I did, just to measure and, work and do a workout, based on that mile trial. Just to, run, a little bit harder, not to like overdo my body, and that way gain speed, right? So my plan is to, sub a 3-hour marathon. That's a 6:51 or 6:52 pace for over 26 miles. And I definitely have to run slow, right? So now, I got the new Apple Watch, that my dad bought me for Christmas, and I can keep track of my heart rate and stuff. I mean, if you keep track of your heart rate during your running and stuff, then it will definitely help you to get faster. And when you run like long distance, like you want to have a low heart rate, as low as possible, right? So what heart rate are you talking about? So heart rate depend on your age and stuff. You should like go on internet and stuff. I don't know how old you guys are, but for me, I'm only 22, so my max heart rate is about 198. So I mean, I can work out, a running speed, around should not go higher than 160. A low heart rate, for long distance running, for people who want to have really low heart rate, they have to go like maybe even below 140, to be honest, right? So I have to work step by step, for me, to run, sub 7-minute pace, for at least 25 miles. So for me to run that fast, I just have to build up my aerobic speed slowly, do more running, do more long runs, and I feel like that will help me in the long term. I did it for like 1-2 weeks, and I feel like I didn't get faster. Yeah, I need to be patient, And when I run more, without, hitting the wall, then my body can figure out like, oh, what it needs and how much energy, was spent. And now, because, I allow my body to recover every time I do my run, without overstressing it, now, the body will spend less energy, in running and stuff, right? Yeah, I think my common mistake of my, running is that I overtrain. That's the common mistake. I mean, there's three common mistakes that people make. They overrun, or they either don't have they don't keep track of their pace, and they don't practice enough, or they just don't do warm-ups. But for my case, I have very good pacing. I keep track of my pace all the time. I practice more, and the only thing I have problem is like overtraining. Stop overworking your body. I mean, this is typical, right? Just imagine, whether you're a runner or not. Just imagine if you want to be a bodybuilder, right? You just cannot lift like 500 pounds, right? If you have like my type of body, let's say that you're super slim, you're super fit, and you have like barely any muscle. Don't go and lift like crazy weight. You lift crazy weight, and it's gonna ruin your body, and it's gonna kill your body, and you may even end up hospital, and you may even end up in handicap. That's not how you become a bodybuilder. Like, to become a bodybuilder, for example, it takes time to build, right? You have to start off, from a very light weight and stuff. That's for example, right? And then once your body gets used to the lighter weight, then just lift a little bit heavier and heavier and heavier. Same thing goes with running, man. You have to start off with a slow pace. You have to run slow if you want to be fast, right? Let's say that, if I run all out, for like 20 or 18 miles an hour, let's say that my best pace was like a 7-minute pace flat, right? So to order find an easy pace for me, I have to run maybe 9 minutes per mile or slower, right? Or maybe even slower, if it's like hills or the weather issues. I run typically about 2 minutes miles slower than my current pace for long distance. Why am I running, like much slower? Yes, so that way your body knows. And I don't run over 2 hours, very often. And I have to start to doing that, right? I mean, I should run, very slow. And once my body gets used to that speed, or is okay with it, then I can run that same distance again and just a little bit faster, right? I mean, that's the definition of, building speed, your aerobic speed, and and become, more efficient, better runner, long distance runner, right? Yeah, I mean, good thing I became more experienced runner, but I still don't have a lot more experience. Maybe if I run for like maybe 3 or 4 more years, then I could probably have even more experience, because now I'm learning how to become more efficient runner, right? Yeah, so I want to end this video here, and have a good day, and bye bye.